All right, one of the biggest questions I get when I'm filming Autofiber videos for you all is how do I take care of my microfiber towels? Well, I'm gonna tell you all about it in this video, and I'm gonna give you mistakes that you can avoid so that you don't end up with degraded towels like I've done in the past. Okay, so we have a lot of tips and tricks for washing and caring for microfiber towels, but I have three main points that I want to drive home that can lead to some of the biggest mistakes. So I'm going to start with number one. And number one is using a regular detergent. Now, regular detergents can clog the microfiber and reduce the absorption of the microfiber towel. And what happens is it creates almost like a film on the microfiber, and when you go to dry, for example, it will not absorb as much water, it will not level as much coating, because you're essentially creating a hydrophobic layer on the microfiber using regular detergent. So what we use is Micro Restore, and Micro Restore comes in a couple different options, but the one that I like, you can squeeze it to fill this 30 milliliter, which is about 1 ounce fill cup area. And you want to do about 2 ounces for a regular size load of microfiber towels, or 1 ounce for a smaller load. So 1 ounce would be just fill this one time, and you can squeeze it and it'll fill it up using this tubing. And if it's a standard size load, you fill it up twice and you dump it in. And that's what we like to use. And if you have excessively dirty microfiber towels, you can put 2 ounces of this in a 5-gallon bucket and let it soak. So that's tip number one. Use a specific microfiber detergent like Micro Restore instead of using household detergents. Okay. I bet you've made this mistake before, or you at least contemplated making this mistake. You get to the end of a long day, you've done detailing, you've cleaned wheels, and you've ceramic coated the vehicle that you're working on or your own personal vehicle, and you decide to just toss it all in the laundry together. And so we want to separate things in general. I typically separate my wheel stuff, I separate my lint free stuff for PPF, so all my smooth glass and my F-lint towels. I separate all my drying towels, and I separate all my ceramic coating, the applicators and the leveling towels and all that. So a lot of times you can throw away your ceramic coating towels, but if you're trying to get a little bit more use out of it, maybe you're using them for 2 cars before you throw it away, depending upon what you're using. Maybe it's just a quick maintainer ceramic coating spray, and it's not as solid. But one mistake that we've probably all contemplated or have actually done is we wash all of our ceramic coating stuff with other towels that need to have water absorption. And if you think about it, what are we doing with ceramic coating? We're applying ceramic coating to painted and plastic and metal surfaces to create a semi-permanent bond that repels water. And so when we wash and get these situated in the wash bin with drying towels, for example, we are now essentially coating that drying towel and coating the microfiber with a water repellent hydrophobic layer. And it's similar to washing it with regular laundry detergent, although it's on steroids because it's actually a ceramic coating designed to repel water. So that is tip number 2 to avoid. Okay, so tip number 3 to avoid is drying your towels on high heat. You can dry towels on heat, but high heat will melt the microfiber and can make the towels rough and degrade the towels faster. So over time, your towels will now become more likely to scratch the paint, and they'll also degrade faster, and so you're buying more towels and spending more money. All right, I just want to cover a couple extra smaller tips that aren't as crucial. And one is, wash the towels before you use them, and that gets some residual lint and dye off. I mentioned this earlier, but separate the towels if you can by color if you don't want those colors to bleed. Don't use bleach because bleach can degrade the fibers, and also don't use a fabric softener for the same basic reasons that we don't want to use the standard household detergent, so that kind of goes and fits in with that. So I hope this video was helpful for you and gives you an idea of how we take care of our towels to make them last the longest, thereby saving money and increasing your efficiency.